Hey guys, so sorry for the shakiness. My camera's on a tripod and the little table that it's on is not the steadiest. But anyways, um, Thursday I went to see my doctor again. Today is Sunday. Thursday I went to see my doctor again, and I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but my back pain has been to the level of like keeping me awake at night, waking me up at night from out of a sleep, and just overall too painful. So I wanted to talk to him about it. And if you guys are curious, the reason for my back pain is an old injury from working as a CNA on the trach unit. When I was by myself and having to roll a patient by myself because the nurse wouldn't come in and help me, I ended up hurting my back. And so that has kind of created a lot of other issues. But I decided to talk to my doctor about it because the pain ever since then, this happened in like 2016, 2017. And ever since then, I've had like some level of back pain. However, back then I could take an ibuprofen, or even up until recently, I could take an ibuprofen and the back pain would be pretty okay. It would be tolerable. But lately, like I said, it's been getting worse. And like I said, to the point where it's keeping me up at night, it's waking me up out of a sleep. And so I wanted to get it addressed somehow. And what I had originally planned on doing was going to see my doctor to ask for a referral to a spine specialist or orthopedics. And as you guys also know, I still have a hip problem as well. And my doctor is starting to consider like rheumatoid arthritis, but I haven't gotten any testing done for that yet. He wants to treat these issues conservatively. So when I went in there to talk to him about the pain that I'm in, he was very understanding. First of all, he wanted to find out, if I had gotten any additional injury, and I said, no, not to my knowledge. I haven't really done anything differently. I had just seen him in April, and my back pain hadn't been ramping up then. Otherwise, I would have said something then when I saw him, but for whatever reason, it just got worse and worse. So I felt like it needed to be addressed. And I was telling him, like, when I'm in bed at night, if I roll over to one side, my back hurts so bad. Like, it almost feels like it spasms when I roll over to change positions or just move in the bed. And I also explained to him, it feels like someone's taking their knuckles and sticking them into my back and like twisting, and it really hurts. So from there, he decided to do a couple of tests with me. He had me walk on my tiptoes and then walk on my heels and see how I did with that. And like I said, he does want to try to treat this conservatively at first. So let me tell you what he decided to do. So I was taking gabapentin for nerve pain and a couple of other things that it helped with. He stopped my gabapentin, so I am no longer on gabapentin for my pain. He also, when I had seen him in April, he started me on meloxicam, which is a generic for Mobic or whatever. I don't know which one is generic. But anyways, he started me on meloxicam, and that was for my hip. That was doing really nothing for my hip or my back. And I told him that it is one of the first anti-inflammatory medications that they try to put you on because the stronger ones tend to upset your stomach. So they start with the easier ones first. Well, it wasn't doing anything for me. So he stopped that as well. And now he started me on 3 new medications. So 2 of them, I believe, are only temporary. But he started me on prednisone, 10 milligrams, and that is a 7-day course. So that is temporary. I'm not taking that long term or anything like that. And basically his reasoning for the steroids, which prednisone is a steroid, the reason that he put me on prednisone is because he wanted me to kind of feel more comfort, is how he put it. But he felt that starting me off on a course of steroids would help with my pain, and then I could get some more sleep. And he also gave me a muscle relaxer to take at night. I think that one is also a temporary medicine. The prednisone is obviously temporary. I'm only taking it for 7 days, and I'm on day 2 currently, but it has helped my back pain. Like, I don't even feel back pain right now from the prednisone. And like I said, this is only day 2. I don't feel back pain. He also gave me a muscle relaxer. Like I said, I took that last night, and that is the best sleep that I have had in months. Not even gonna lie. I slept so good. Like, normally during the night, when I'm turning, you know, obviously my back has been hurting, so it wakes me up, and then I have to try to fall back to sleep, and it's been difficult. So last night, like I said, normally I wake up a few times, at least a few times throughout the night. Last night, once I took that muscle relaxer, it got me drowsy. I fell asleep earlier than normal. Normally I'm up until like 11, 12, sometimes even 1 or 2 o'clock, trying to get comfortable enough to fall asleep. Last night, it was not even 10 o'clock and I was asleep already. I was watching shows on Hulu, and yeah, I couldn't even keep my eyes open anymore. So I shut my phone off and I fell asleep, and I slept so great. But he's also going to have me do physical therapy. They're supposed to be calling me to set that up for my spine and my hip. And oh, I forgot to say, he did put me also on 500 milligrams of naproxen, which I have been on naproxen before, like after surgery, when I had my shoulder surgery and when I had my gallbladder taken out. But that's going to be a long-term one from my understanding. So I guess we'll see. He is hoping that physical therapy does it for me, because if not, he's going to have me do a CT myelogram of my spine. And that requires you to have a lumbar puncture to inject dye or whatever. I wasn't really clear on how they did that, but he did say you would need a lumbar puncture into your spine, obviously, and then they can see from their scan how things are. And I really don't want to have to go through that, but that would be the next step if physical therapy doesn't work for my back pain. So that is kind of where we're at. I know it's a lot of information. It was definitely kind of a lot of information for me also. And like I said, I'm definitely not trying to get to the point where I need to have that CT myelogram. So whenever she calls to set up physical therapy, that will hopefully help and fix the problem. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you like what the treatment plan is for my hip and my back pain currently. And I go back to see my doctor in August. So hopefully by then we'll have a better handle on my pain. So anyways, if you guys have any other questions or comments or suggestions or topics you want to hear about in the future on my channel, please let me know and I will get something filmed for you. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys next time.